Well, good morning, everyone. How is everyone this fine Friday morning? Let's see if we can get everything set up here. I think we are moving in the right direction. It is just raining cats and dogs here in California. And of course, I don't know how many of you are in California or how many of you are familiar with California, but here when it rains, people completely lose their minds. It is just crazy what happens here in Cal. I mean, it's mind blowing. You'd think that they would never been in rain before, and they drive accordingly. I mean, my goodness. I lived in Denver for a while, or I should say in Colorado for a while, and that was severe weather. I mean, in one single day in Colorado, I experienced sunshine, rain, hail, and snow within a 24-hour period. Now that's where you have to be, on your game. But here in California, a little bit of rain and people flip out. Good morning, Dave.
Morning. What's happening, Sam?
It's raining out here, brother.
Oh, look at there. You filling up your aquifers.
Yeah, exactly. Why? They're just going to send it out to the Pacific anyway. Jeez,
Get rid of it.
Newsom, what the hell's his problem is what I want to know. I don't know. Whatever. So, do we have James today?
He said he was going to try, so
Okay.
I haven't heard any.
And I did speak with Alex this morning. I want everyone to know that his mom did pass yesterday. She went peacefully. He is here. Oh, great. Okay, Alex is here. Hold on. I wasn't sure if Alex was going to be joining us today or not. There he is. Good morning, Alex. Would you please announce what took place when you have time?
It's an update for everybody. Mom passed peacefully yesterday at 11:04. So, on to the next chapter.
Right in the middle of our showtime. Kind of appropriate.
So,
yeah.
Yep.
That's where we're at.
Well, exactly. Our deepest sympathies, Alex. You know that.
Everybody for the kind words and the messages, and it's felt and appreciated. Thank you.
Yep, exactly. So what's the weather like over there, you guys? What's it like in Iowa, Dave?
I think it's probably about 40s and kind of overcast. Nothing exciting today.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Alex, what about Kansas?
I think he's getting booted up.
Oh, yeah, I think we lost him there for a minute.
There he is.
It's about the same as Dave's.
Okay, so I'm getting a bunch of messages here on my end of my system trying to reconnect. Now, I think it has to do with the rain. I don't know for sure, but if we lose transmission, we will end and start a new one. But I don't know what is going on here. But I keep getting these alarms going off, just so you guys know in case something weird happens. All right, well, let me say some good mornings.
Were you cutting cords and pushing buttons again?
No, Alex. The other day, I
was watching.
And I'm, oh my gosh! And I cut it as soon as I
cut a cord and took down the whole damn
the
country.
whole damn thing. Exactly. I don't know about the country, but yeah. Oh my gosh! All right,
let Sam have the pair of dikes to be cut.
Exactly.
Like
well, you know what's funny, you guys? So I've never been much of a tools guy, right? And I owned a glass company in Colorado for a number of years. Had 2 locations, 22 employees. And the running joke used to be that whenever somebody would see me in one of the 2 locations with a tool in my hand going into the warehouse, they'd get on the speaker and say, "Attention, attention, Sam has a tool in his hand, tackle him before something's going to happen." Well, since that time, and that was, God, I sold that back in, what was that, 2010-ish. And since that time, I've really enjoyed learning how to use tools. And so I have toolboxes and I have tools and I've done so many different things that I would have never guessed that would be something that I enjoy. But it actually has happened. So you might want to look outside and see if pigs are flying.
Well, go ahead and book your ticket because I'm going to be swapping the old tired 350 for a 5.3 LS here soon. So I'm going to need an extra set of hands to swap that motor around.
Well, I have the ability to come, so maybe I just will.
5.3 twin turbo, 1,000 horsepower. I can't wait.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Just a modest 450 horse miles to the gallon
In the Corvette or in your other
in the Blazer.
Oh, in your Blazer. Okay. Okay, gotcha.
No.
He's going to start delivering mail on the weekends.
Yeah. Really, really fast.
They need help.
Yeah.
They need help. They're losing billions.
All right, so let me say some good mornings here. Mama Bear said, good morning. Again, I can only listen, can't read the chats, but sending love to everybody. Well, we're just glad you're here, Mama Bear. Teresa Ann is here. Joy is here. PJ Party. Peggy is here. She said, you can say that again. We are crazy. She's here in California as well, and she understands what I'm talking about when it rains. People lose their minds. Gary Murphy is here. Magic is here. Lee, good morning, Lee. Sherry from East Tennessee. Towie Bixby. Towie said, hi. Bless you, Alex. Oh, that's wonderful. PJ Party said, praying for Alex. Teresa Ann, sending prayers for Alex and his family. Barb7599, Weezer, prayers for Alex. Sherry, TJ, my deepest condolences. Tanya Moonsheimer is here. Lots of prayer hands in the chat. You guys are wonderful. Thank you. Rock64, so sorry, Alex. Martini Time, sorry for your loss, but I'm glad she went peacefully. Amen. Amen. Kissing Bandit and Lipstick is here. NC Patriot, that damn Okie from Oklahoma is here as well. Good morning, all. Native San Diegan, condolences to you and your family, bro. Lisa Maria, good morning, Lisa Maria. Cindy Hayden, 59. David Christy B from Hayesville, Kansas. Kissing Bandit and Lipstick said, I'm so sorry, Alex. My heart breaks for you and your family. Sending prayers. Oh, Deed is here. Cindy Hayden, 59. Prayers, Alex. Benji, 1959. Good morning, Big Ben. Kathleen Garcia is here. Tire Man, sending prayers to Alex and his family. Thank you, Tire Man. Thank you. Lisa Piquel is here. Melissa Flinner is here as well, sending prayers to Alex. T. Rainey, too. Alex, so sorry for your loss. Deb S. from Central Massachusetts, sending prayers. Martin's WB. Good morning, Martin. Glad you could make it. Kim Cotton is here. Lovely Lady from Texas is here. Or Love Lady from Texas is here, sending prayers as well. Charlie, thank you for the prayer hands for Alex and his family. Let's see. Jason Coons is here over on Facebook. David Morales on YouTube. Richard Pacente and Robert McCarsky also here on YouTube. Welcome in, everybody. Good morning and welcome in. All right, so let's see here. Alex, I don't know whether you have time to, can you do the indices? Okay.
Of course, man.
Okay.
I'm reporting for duty, sir.
Okay, just want to make sure. I know you've got your hands
Welcome in,
full.
everybody, on this fantastic Friday, 11/21/2025. Heartfelt thank you to everyone for, again, the messages, people reaching out. It's appreciated and felt, and we're okay. It wasn't unexpected. It went in the best possible way. Was holding her hand when she took her last breath, and how many people are not afforded that beautiful opportunity. So we're good, and we're back. So let's get to it. S&P 500 up 75 points this morning to 6,615. The Dow is up 681 points, rallying to 46,434. The NASDAQ is up 247 points to 22,327. Looking at the commodities market, crude oil is down $1.29 to $57.71. Gold is up $10.50 to $4,070.50. Silver is down 74 cents to $49.56. Looking at the crypto markets, it's been a bloodbath the last few days. Rallying some point, many of the crypto indices were down as much as 8 to 10%. Currently sitting up from that low. Bitcoin is at 85,301. That's down 3.6%. Dan's pushing buttons again.
No, it's just, it's telling me that, can everybody on TikTok still hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, buddy.
I don't know what the hell. It must be a restream thing, but go ahead. Sorry, guys.
Something's happening. Anyway, Ethereum also down 3.5% to 2,788. XRP down 2.8% at $1.12. 97 cents. Where's James? Because I'm getting hungry for steak. Just saying. Solana down 2% at 129. Cardano down 6% at 42 cents. XLM Stellar Lumens down 2.4% at 23 cents. HBAR down 4% at 13 cents. Looking at the drops, there's a bunch of them today. But the one that I clicked on was from November 21st, 2019. There is a Twitter post, and let me get it to pull back up. I had clicked on something else. Somebody posted a meme, and it is a Q post, Q meme, and it's got an angel with her head in her hands, and it says, "Nobody playing the game gets a free pass. Nobody." And the Q drop responded to that Twitter post with "Game over."
Right. And one other one was out. Alex was dropped 3617. News unlocks. You have more than you know. I think there was 27 today, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but most of those, Sam, if you clicked on any of those Twitter links, this post is from a suspended account. So many of the links to Twitter that are in the posts, those accounts have been banned and not brought back. So I found it interesting that the Game Over does happen to be an account that is still active and still posting, but it said pretty plainly that nobody playing the game gets a free pass. Nobody.
Exactly.
So as we get into our news today, who's playing games and who's going to find out?
Exactly. So Kim Cotton is here. Good morning, Kim. She sends prayers as well for Alex and his family. Kathy Lofton 7. Boy, we've got everybody in the chat here. Brian, good morning, brother. Brian, he said, "Welcome back, Alex. You're in my prayers." Squiggly 77 is here. JP Metal Slayer. Hey, JP. Alex, sending prayers and my deepest condolences. Chris Romano. I'm so sorry for your loss, Alex. Prayers for you and your family. Jen X Holtz said it's beautiful that you got to hold her hand. Deborah Riley said, "Buy the dip, not financial advice. Buy it on the TikTok shop." Exactly. David said, "Cool shirt, Alex. X22 report." Oh, yeah, we're all followers of Dave, and we have been for a very, very long time. Beaver's here from North Colorado Springs. Hey, Beaver. Valerie James, good morning, all. Starting my very last year of my 50s. Oh, well, welcome to the club. No big deal. Uh-oh, what happened to the screen here? Oh, that's weird. All right. Let's see. John Langlow, my deepest sympathies, Alex. Same from Valerie James and Boomy. Richard Pacente over on YouTube said, "Am I understand that Alex's mom passed? So very sorry for your loss." Yes, she did, peacefully with Alex at her side. Richard, thank you for the kind links. David Morall said, drops links in POTUS 45 book of tweets. I'm not sure what that means, David, but we all know that Q Plus and who that is, at least in my opinion anyway. All right. Well, let's see here. Dave, do you have a report for us this morning?
I sure do today. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Welcome in on this chilly Friday here in eastern Iowa. Corn is down 1. Soybeans are down 3 to 4. Wheat is up 2. Cattle is down 1.4 again. The hogs are down 1.9. Big news on the farming side is possible bailout coming in early December by the USDA. Hopefully sooner or later. The 2025 projections are there are about 259 filings for Chapter 12 filings in farming. That's up I believe it's 55% across the board. And the hot spots are Arkansas and Iowa. So we'll see what happens. I know it's coming. The sooner the later, hopefully. I'd rather get a little bit better price for the crops, and the less input prices are killing us across the board. So keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully we get through all that.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Dave. Also, two guys, Dr. Glidden will be joining us today. I told him about 9:30. He is out of the country, so we're not kind of iffy on in terms of his connection speed, but we'll bring him up around 9:30-ish. So keep an eye out for him, please.
He's here.
Okay, John Gwynn is here. Good morning, John. Traveler is here. Condolences, Alex. Thank you, Traveler. All right, well, let's see. Let's jump into some. Oh, DC, prayers for you and your family, Alex. Thank you. All right, so Senator Mike Lee introduced a bill to audit the Fed's gold reserves. Now, are we seeing the gold narrative coming back in to the news feeds? It sure looks that way to me. Alex, what do you think?
I'm ready for it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Buy the dip while it still exists. Not financial advice, but just saying.
Exactly. Dave?
Yeah, it's interesting. I know we talked about a lot of nuclear reactors and what it takes to put just in silver amounts on that side. So silver and gold are going to take off again. I think it's going to be highlighted. I'd like to drive Trump and Elon over to Fort Knox myself. Let's see what's in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Trump, if you're listening, dear President Trump, could you please make that happen before January 1st so that John Graham can go ahead and buy me that steak?
Exactly. I wouldn't get your hopes up at this point. I mean, we're at November 21st. Woo.
Boy, for a while there, I'm like, it was at 42 something. I'm like, that's going to be easy. And now it's just like,
yeah, I know. But look, it's been a bloodbath in the markets, in the crypto. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I've had so many people message me, but the reality is nobody really knows at this point.
yeah. I mean, look at the markets today are skyrocketing. And I was thinking that myself. I go, there's something got to be going on. I know there was some bankruptcies over the week on some, I believe, banks, wasn't it? Somebody at the bottom dropped out of one, if I remember right. We talked about it. So, I mean, I know it's tight on that side of it just because of the high interest rates and everything. And it sounds like the interest rates are going to stay the same. Too.
Well, let's not forget tomorrow, November 22nd, has been hyped as a pivotal day for XRP. Now, we've heard this many times in the past and nothing's happened, but I find it interesting that we have this bloodbath in the crypto markets the week before the supposed 22nd. Well, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
That's tomorrow. That's Saturday.
Yeah. Have you guys seen this before? A hit like this across the board?
Oh, yeah. Well, Bitcoin has historically done this. Yeah.
Does it really? And back down?
Yeah, back down and then back up. But I didn't think it was going to happen again this time, but it has. So God only knows.
So convenient that James isn't here today for us to talk about where.
Exactly. He's
it's
no
off its
fool.
lows. It's off its low of $1.86. Come on.
He knows he's no fool. All right, well, let's move on. So Elizabeth Warren had made a statement quite some time ago saying that no lawmaker in Congress should be able to buy, own, and sell individual stocks. Period. Let's make congressional stock trading illegal. Meanwhile, she made over $400,000 last month in the stock market. Is this another highlight of D-Class of what's really been going on? Alex, what do you think?
Well, of course it is. It just puts more attention to the chicanery and shenanigans going on in the backroom deals of I'm the one that pushes legislation. So line my pockets, I'll line yours. And I mean, the whole game is rigged. We know it.
They never thought she'd lose in 2016. Exactly. Dave?
Well, it's just a typical politician talking out of one mouth and doing another thing on the backside. Her net worth, she's barely scraping by with her net worth's only $10 million. So
Jesus.
she needs anything she can get and get through it. So
Oh my
Well,
God.
she's not the only one, though, right?
No.
Marjorie Taylor Greene's coming into the narrative for the amount of money she's made while she's been in a position. Active traders, top 50 members of the congressional and Senate have realized gains of somewhere between $20 and $30 million across Congress just in the last 6 months.
Wow. Brian said JP Morgan Chase is in hot water as well. Absolutely they are. I think most central banks are. David
JP
Morales.
Morgan, they're in trouble for their silver or their silver
Well, every
issues.
major bank has silver shorts that they're going to get liquidated on.
And potential cover up of financial transactions for Epstein.
Exactly. Over $1 billion. I think Dave brought that up yesterday. Exactly.
Yeah. But if we support a particular person as a candidate, we're just going to shut your accounts off.
Right. Exactly.
And that's another spoke of the wheel, isn't it?
It is. So David Morales over on YouTube, further clarifying what he talked about. He said every tweet from the White House, 45 through 47, are published in books, time-stamped, upload times, video durations, all match 7+ year anniversaries to reference. Intentional typos, capitalized letters, all comms. 100% I agree. I did not know that there were books published like that. But thank you, David. Appreciate it. If you know what those books are called, put it in the chat and I'll read it out. All right. Excuse me. Well, let's see who Kissing Bandit and Lipstick said, I think MTG has been compromised. Well, I think it's part of the kayfabe personally. I don't think at this point in President Trump's third term, that I think that there's anything that is taking him by surprise. And I think it is all theater, or I should say the majority of it is theater, at least with the major players. Alex, what do you think?
Well, David Morales over on YouTube said Mallory Trader Green. Again, we've talked about it how many times, the age of disclosure. Like this is where we're at. Like the lights are on, the covers are being yanked back, and the cockroaches are scattering.
Yeah, 100%. So, everybody, if you notice that I'm sinking as the show goes on, my chair's hydraulics have gone out. I know, and I haven't gotten over to get a new chair. So, if I completely am off the screen or you only see my forehead, you'll know what happened. Holy
Be careful, Sam. With all that rain, you may drown out there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Did you see the hail and rain in Arizona? Holy crap.
Really?
No, like gutter to gutter, the entire streets are floating white. Like the highways are, it looks like it snowed. Something's going on with our weather.
Gee, you think? I know, right? Oh my gosh. Wendy said we better start a Dave Isms book. Oh, we might have to, exactly. He's got a ways to go to catch up to James, though.
Yeah.
Squiggly77 said DJT will have to have his fourth term to have a normal presidency. Well, again, are we going back to a constitutional republic? Are we going to have a constitutional crisis with all of this? God only knows for sure. Buckle up.
Imagine what he could get done without everybody fighting him.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think what we're seeing is kayfabe with the fights, but that's just my opinion. Squiggly77 said that's what created all the fog. Yeah, Alex, yesterday, I don't know if you heard it, but people all over the country were reporting that they had fog all over the country. And that's what Squiggly, I think, was referring to. And Cindy Hayden 59 said chemtrails. Well, yeah, exactly. There's a lot of that stuff going on right now.
They're still happening.
Exactly. John Gwynn said, Sam, did you get the internet cable repaired? Okay, here's the story. So I cut it, and I realized seconds afterward, oh, God, I cut the main feed. So I immediately went into panic mode. I didn't want to bother Alex because he had his hands full, so I wasn't going to call Alex. So I called Spectrum, who's my internet cable people, and I immediately made an appointment, and they said, oh, okay, but we can't get out there till tomorrow morning. This is a few days ago. So I'm like, oh, boy. So I run down to Home Depot, and I buy, what do you call it? I forget what they call it, but it's a pressure
Splice kit.
Huh?
A splice kit.
Yeah, but you have to buy. I had to buy a device that actually forces the cable.
Crimper.
Yeah,
Crimpers.
kind of thing, but made specifically for coaxial cable. And then I bought the pressure fittings, and so I bring it all back here. And I thought, well, you know what? Just in case I can't get this figured out, I bought a 25-foot coaxial cable as well. I'll just run one across the floor all the way from the other room to here. And so I get back, I put the pressure fittings together, and it doesn't work. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So I go on YouTube. Dave suggested YouTube. So I go on YouTube.
YouTube University.
I'm telling you,
yeah.
God, what an absolute blessing it is for YouTube. So I realized, oh, okay, the way I had cut it, I didn't have enough of the copper cable coming out of the end of the coaxial cable. So I got that fixed, and then I realized, oh, I got to cut back some more of the outer coating, and I do that. I put them together, and the pressure fittings that I had put on fell out. as I was connecting them together. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So then I thought, okay, well, so I put them back together again. I tape them up, right? I figure at least the tape will hold them together. That didn't work. So then I went and got a different crimping tool and got them together, pulled it together, and voila, it worked. But that was the second day. I actually had to use that 25-foot cable for the next day because I couldn't get it figured out. And I was just like, oh my God, this is just.
Is it coincidence that the day the cable was cut at Sam Shalhoub's house that more than 25% of our internet across the country was down?
Exactly.
Probably just a coincidence.
It's just a coincidence, exactly. Holy smokes. All right. Well, anyway, but that's the story, John. Yes, it is functioning now, and it is the original cable that I have put together. But I hope we don't have any earthquakes because it might just shake it loose. Who knows? Oh my gosh! Everybody's making fun of my chair in the chat as well. I don't blame you. I mean, my God, I got to get out and get a new chair. Vonnie Darling over on Facebook said, hearing the senators that said to follow orders is because many politicians and elite will be arrested because of the Epstein files. Well, I don't think it's by chance that we have the stock market bloodbath. I don't think it's by chance that the cryptocurrency issue is below water. I think the fact that the Epstein file bill has been signed by President Trump, I think all of those are connected. Now, I don't know how or when it's going to play out, but it sure seems that way to me. Alex, what do you think?
Maybe we're all going to have something to be thankful for this year.
Well, EBS, Dave?
I'm ready. Whatever's going to happen. Yeah, it's interesting to see. Obviously, they're going to be in some hot water. There's no doubt about that, one way or another. And I hope it's a bigger issue than we see in it firsthand. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
we'll see.
David Morales over on YouTube said, "Rocket science available on SpaceX. Thanks, Elon. YouTube University." Is that a jab at me that I'm not a rocket scientist, David? Come on now, man. Give me a break. Anyway, but it's working. We're working today. All right, so moving on. According to Zero Hedge, 30,000 missing illegal immigrant children have been located, according to Tom Holman. What absolute wonderful news that is. Dave?
Well, if 30,000 are found, there should be at least 10,000 people who took them. You know, so I mean, this is stuff that, like we've talked in the past, that I'm shocked that is not over the news. You can Google it. There isn't much out there about it.
Yeah,
that's the crazy thing about it. So they're purposely hiding it.
Exactly.
So, we'll
so because we're getting low on time here in terms of getting Doc on, I want to cut right to one story, and that story is President Trump truthing out sedition and treason yesterday. And I did get your message, Alex. Fortunately, I got it right before I was recording, so I was able to do it. But President Trump talking about sedition and treason, I mean, that's a big, big development. Is he just priming the pump for what's coming? What do you think, Alex?
We really hope that's true. But the other part of me is like, Master Troll strikes again, because whatever he posts is going to control the news cycle. And so, I hope that it's not kayfabe this time. And I mean, is it coincidence? Like I just said, that we're moving into Thanksgiving. We're getting close to the 22nd. We've got all this disclosure happening. We've got bills being signed to release this, that, and the other. And the timing does not seem coincidental to me.
Right. Dave?
There's more to that story. I think it's other than, I don't think he was just talking about the 6.
Well, and another thing too, you guys, is they overturned Judge Boasberg, SCOTUS did, confirming that the president can use the 1798 Alien Enemies Act to deport illegal aliens. I think that puts it at 27 votes for President Trump and only 2 against him from SCOTUS, right? Yeah. I think it's 27.
I think he's only lost 2, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yep. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see here. Oh, one other thing before we get Dr. Glidden on. So yesterday was Dick Cheney's funeral, and his casket was draped with a flag. Well, shortly after they started the ceremony, a Catholic banner was put over it, and this is what I found on AI. When an American flag is placed over a casket, especially for someone who served in a high office, president, VP, military veteran, nothing is ever placed on top of it. Not another flag, not a sash, not flowers, not Aunt Millie's rosary. That's straight up U.S. flag code. So you cannot and should not put a Catholic flag on top of a casket already draped with an American flag. This reminds me of No Name, McCain, and Bush Sr. both had flags that were wrinkled, which was indication of a treasonous person. What do you guys make of this flag thing with Cheney? Dave?
Yeah, it's kind of like no flag above the United States flag on a flagpole. Same concept, and I think that was done outside of the church. I seen it go up, and then they prepped, and then I think they placed it over top out there. I didn't actually visually see that, but for the two timelines, I assume that's where it happened. I don't know. It's interesting. There'll be more information on that of what that means, because I can't find a narrative. I know it says not to do it. The U.S. flag should be removed, and then the Catholic flag put on top, but it doesn't say what it stands for.
Alex?
Well, coincidentally, our current commander-in-chief and his wife were not invited. Secondly, everybody pretty much dropped their funeral program on the floor without opening.
Yeah, gee, I wonder why. They didn't want to see an envelope?
I mean, I don't know. You know, if anybody's not up to speed on the Cheney family and decisions that were made back in 2001, particularly in the month of September, connect the dots. So,
yeah. All right. Well, let's see if we can get Dr. Glidden on. Is he still there, Alex? Do you see him?
yeah, I will check right now, sir. Yes, he is.
Okay,
Welcome
let's bring
aboard,
him on.
sir.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, it's the Happy Wanderer.
Hey, yes, I am.
come
I
on.
am so very happy. Muchachos, amigos.
I thought for
Unos
sure you were
cerveza,
going to have a
por favor.
sombrero on.
Más tequila, por favor. Sí.
Exactly. So how's the trip going, Doc?
Fantastic. We've been coming to this part of Mexico for 20 years. The whole family comes down, or as much as can, with the kids and school and the whole thing. We had a wonderful 2 weeks here. While we're here, we're outside of Puerto Vallarta, which has always been very safe. There's big things happening in Mexico City. Like the people are rising up and protesting, and I honestly, I think that if by some stroke of God's goodwill, with the help of the U.S., and I think it would take maybe 4 days, if they could eliminate the cartels from Mexico, I think Mexico would rise up and become a major player in world economics and politics. It's a wonderful country filled with wonderful people, well, all of whom have been underneath the jackbooted heel of the cartels for longer than most people have been alive. I think if that piece of the puzzle was removed, Mexico would be a freaking fantastic place.
Well, I think, Doc, that it's already well in the works, in my opinion, and I think it started in President Trump's first term when he got rid of NAFTA and replaced it with the USMCA. And now
they need to bring in the gunships.
Well, and they are. I mean, they are, and I think
the attack helicopters. No kidding.
Right, and I think that's well underway, in my opinion. I don't know when it'll be completed. But just as long as you're out of there by the time the bombs start flying, that's all we're concerned about. Yeah, exactly. All right, so Doc, I left the last story of the day because I wanted you to comment on this. Under RFK Jr., the CDC reversed course on their stance that vaccines don't cause autism. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention on Wednesday publicly reversed its stance that vaccines do not cause autism over the objections of career staff and counter years of scientific evidence, allegedly. Now, I believe that they do cause autism, and I've believed that for a very long time, going back to the late 80s when I was involved with the National Vaccine Information Center. What is your thoughts on this, and how do you see it playing out?
Well, I don't know how it's going to play out because Big Pharma is not called big for no reason, right? And keep in mind, we haven't had medical freedom for over 100 years. And in the United States of America, the only thing that can legally treat a disease is a drug. Let me say that one more time. The only thing that can legally treat a disease is a drug. So there's so much corruption and so much control and so much misdirection that goes on inside of medicine in the United States. I have no idea how it's going to pan out, but I will tell you this. I'm a friend and a follower of Dr. Sherry Tenpenny. And Sherry Tenpenny is the world's leading expert on the efficacy or lack thereof of all vaccines. And her website is a great resource. It's called Vaxxter.com, VAXXTER.com. And according to Dr. Tenpenny and according to Dr. Glidden, the vaccines are ineffective. There's no need to vaccinate anybody. The children who have been vaccinated have statistically significant, I mean, it's not even close, worse health outcomes as their lives go by. So it's a great, big, bad voodoo daddy, the whole vaccine thing. It's a very complicated concept to unravel because there's so much scientific and statistical misdirection that's baked into the cake. I mean, for goodness sakes, when we just talk about the jab, the SARS coronavirus 2 vaccine was never proven to exist. And yet there was research published that said it existed, but that research was fraudulent.
It wasn't the vaccine that wasn't proven. It was the actual disease that they couldn't prove that existed, right?
Yeah, that's correct. It was the disease itself was never proven to exist. I mean, maybe Bigfoot exists. I'm a Bigfoot believer, but nobody's ever proved it. So there's so much that's stacked into the whole vaccine conversation. It's very difficult for most people to get on the other side of it. As far as I'm concerned, there's no need to vaccinate anybody for anything. And a much better way to move forward, optimizing your health, is by being consistent with natural law. And following medical therapeutics, which are based on natural law, medical therapeutics which attempt to cure the condition, and medical therapeutics which have been developed and delivered by licensed physicians who actually have a clinical track record, rather than, Google health experts who are trying to sell more echinacea, for goodness sake.
Right.
Right.
I Speak 1717 said, mercury in any amount should not be ingested, and they use it. But now that's been banned, hasn't mercury and thimerosal been banned by the CDC?
Yeah, but there was a workaround for that. So any of the new vaccines can't have it, but there's lots and lots of old vaccines that have been stockpiled that still have it.
Interesting.
And mercury in the form of thimerosal is just one of the nasty things that are in the vaccines. And really, if you want to drill down into this with a really good resource that's science-based and clinically verified, it's Sherry Tenpenny, Dr. Sherry Tenpenny. You should become a follower of hers. She's written a lot of books about it. She's got a really great website about it. And it's a fantastic resource. But look, man, we don't have medical freedom. So people that are speaking truth to power are sidelined.
Yep.
Right? And this is a really big problem.
Right. Doc, I don't know whether Dr. Tenpenny has a TikTok account, but if she does, send her my name and number. Tell her we bring her on with you on a Friday. Love to have you both on at the same time.
Well, yeah, all right. I'm happy to do that. Your head's going to explode if you talk to her for more than 5 minutes.
No, I've read a lot of what she's put out over the years. But no, I would love to have you both on at the same time. That would be fantastic.
And you know what the problem here is? I mean, this, I'll tell you what this is not. This is not somebody's opinion about, who's the better basketball player, right? Who has the better automobile? What's the better crypto to buy, right? Is it better to buy gold or is it better to buy silver, right? This is not that. This is all science-based, clinically verified, factual information, which is academic and you can't argue it. But because of the medical monopoly, it's argued against all of the time by people of lesser minds and people who are smart enough to be able to tweak the statistics and tweak the data and push up a lot of smoke, because it's a gigantic money-making industry, right? And look, don't get me wrong. Thank God for insulin. Thank God for lidocaine. Thank God for general anesthesia, right? It's not the gun, it's how it's used. It's not the drug, it's how it's used. Sometimes you need the drug.
Well, yeah, but
most of the time you don't.
That begs the question when it comes to insulin, and I'm speaking from experience here. How many type 1 diabetics would not be type 1 had they not gotten vaccines? My own daughter had happened to at 3 years old. Had I not succumbed to the pressure of that time, and because she never got any vaccines until she was about 2.5 years old. My ex-wife and I were fighting over it, and I finally said, okay, fine. She wanted her to get around, and within several weeks, she was type 1 diabetic. Within several weeks.
It's not your fault, Sam.
It is. I should have.
It's not your fault. No, it's not. It's not your fault. It's you can't expect to walk against a hurricane. You can't do it. It's physically impossible to walk if the wind's 120 miles an hour blowing east. You can't walk against it. You can't do it. It's physically impossible. So there is so much psychological and sociological pressure that has been baked into the cake because of 100+ years of the medical monopoly, that it is virtually it's really, really hard to go against that, especially when there is another party involved. You know, you're the mother of the child.
Right.
So it is what it is. If you want to blame somebody about that, you want to blame the medical monopoly. And look, Benjamin Rush warned us against this over 200 years ago. Unless we put medical freedom into the Constitution, the time will come when medicine will organize itself into a dictatorship,
right,
restricting the art of healing to one class of people and denying equal privileges to others. And that's exactly what's happened.
Right.
We haven't had medical freedom for longer than anybody's been alive. That's why what I do is called alternative medicine, and I hate that term. That's like saying, well, the only real dog is a German Shepherd and every other dog is an alternative dog, right? It's BS, but that's how we have been socialized to think about it. And as God is my witness, I'm going to do whatever I can to change it.
And you have been, Doc. I have been following you for decades. And it isn't up until the recent past that we've actually met and been able to work together. But I can't thank you enough. You, Dr. Wallach, Dr. Tenpenny, Dr. Simon, all of you guys have been really been a way for me to realize that I'm not flipping crazy. I mean, 30 years ago, Doc, when I was screaming about this, when I was involved with the National Vaccine Information Center and screaming at people about childhood vaccination, people thought I was flipping crazy. I mean, my own ex-wife at that time, I'm just so grateful that we have people like you that have come and stepped up, because it takes some serious stones to do that.
Well, once you've grasped the truth, you're in its once you've experienced the truth, you're in its velvet grasp forever. So I don't really have any choice. I mean, I have to speak truth because I just have to. You can't remain quiet. And as I tell you one thing, man, that I have learned after doing this for 37 years now, that most people who have a medical condition are suffering needlessly. The only reason that they have high blood pressure, the only reason that they have PTSD, the only reason that they have anxiety and panic attacks, the only reason that they have eczema or whatever the hell it is that they have, the only reason that they have it is because they've taken the wrong dog to the hunt. They've gone to the wrong medical professional, because your medical doctor may be the nicest person God ever created, but they're not trained in curative medical therapeutics. They're not.
Right.
And they're really good for surgery and trauma care when it's necessary. But for most of the conditions that most people go to the doctor for, most of the time, it's a failed methodology. It's juvenile. It's completely unscientific, and it's not based on natural law. So the only reason that people are suffering is because they don't know what to do. It's my people are destroyed by lack of knowledge, right? And the irony here that really just irks me when I think about it too much, and by the way, thank God for tequila. it's most of the things that most people suffer from are really pretty easy to fix. And most people don't need to go to the doctor. They just need to be told what to do.
100%.
I mean, don't play in the traffic, right? Put warm clothes on when you go into cold weather. It's like it's that simple. And so,
well, and we've had, Doc, we have so many people in the chat thanking you, congratulating you, giving their thanks. John Langlow, SF Trash Panda, David, Sassy Minnesota Girl, Towie Bixby, on and on and on. Everybody thanking you, Doc, and I have to join them. Now, I've been, Alex, do you have any thoughts on this in terms of what Dr. Glidden's talking about right now?
Spot on.
Yeah.
I'm no medical professional, but much like the rest of us, I have been extremely skeptical for as long as I can remember. I'm 52, and I remember getting at my annual checkup at 25, 26, and they're like, "Oh, your cholesterol's too high. We need to get you on this and that and the other." And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And coincidentally, I haven't taken the cholesterol medicine. Therefore, I haven't developed diabetes. Therefore, I'm not overweight. Therefore, I'm pretty healthy for 52 years old, knock on wood. And I know Dr. Glidden has spoke out against, things like testosterone, but please don't make me give that up, because that stuff is awesome.
well, okay, but
go ahead, Doc.
There will be net negative ramifications from that downstream. There have to be, because the human body's a closed system, and when you start to push it metabolically forcefully with a pharmaceutical in one direction, there have to be repercussions elsewhere, right?
Well,
so look,
I don't do it all the time.
I get it, but a better thing to do if people think that they have hormone-related issues is to get on board with the therapy that upregulates the liver, because the liver is the organ in the human body which is responsible for maintaining the hormonal balance in the body, number one. Number two, every hormone in the human body, every sex hormone, every stress hormone in the human body is made from cholesterol. That's what they're made from. And the liver is the only organ in the human body that can regenerate itself. You can surgically remove a lot of it, like over 70%. It'll grow back. It's the only organ that does that. So there are things that you can do with holistic therapeutics that stimulate the genesis of liver cells. I mean, you change the oil in your car and the oil filter, that's a good idea. Well, you should do the same thing to the liver once a year. It's a 21-day protocol using fresh squeezed vegetable juices. It's one of the few therapeutics that I recommend that actually tastes really good. And it will give your liver a whole new life. And that all by itself, plus a diet high in cholesterol, could solve all the hormone problems that you have or you think you have.
So here's a good question, Doc. When you're talking about testosterone not having a net negative, but if testosterone is bioidentical and vitamins and minerals that we take that are not derived by plants are bioidentical, wouldn't it be a negative? I mean, wouldn't it be kind of a wash? What's the difference between the two? Because some vitamins are artificially.
There's a gigantic freaking difference between.
Nice glasses.
Thanks. I don't know who's doing that.
That was Charlie. She sent them to you.
That's all right. There's a gigantic difference between a hormone and a vitamin or a mineral or an essential fatty acid. If I was an evil genius, like a James Bond villain, and I wanted to mess up as many people as I could, I just put hormones into the water system, right? Because hormones impact every system of the human body globally. It's a big deal. So, and remember, the entire foundation of the naturopathic approach is that the human body, that we are all spiritual beings having physical experiences, and that the spiritual essence of us is intelligent, and that the human body knows how to fix itself, it wants to fix itself, it's trying to fix itself all the time. So therefore, we can extrapolate the supposition that your body knows how to optimize its hormone levels at whatever age you are. So rather than forcing the body's hand with the the administration of external hormones, even if they are bioidentical, it would perhaps be smarter to support and promote the body's built-in God-given ability to optimize its hormone levels all by itself. Because the body is smarter than pharmacists, let me tell you.
Sir.
Right.
So Brian in the chat, the smart aleck that he is, just said, I just ate 12 wings and 6 mozzarella sticks. I feel great. You always got to have one in the crowd. Exactly. Doc, here's a question for you. Wendy said, after stopping statins, how long does it take for your glucose to lower and stabilize?
Well, so there's been so much misinformation about sugar and glucose. I can't tell you. So this from the shameless department of self-promotion, right? So on my website, which everybody needs to go to and become a member of through Sam's link, I have a really great presentation. I think it's a 45-minute presentation on sugar and everything you need to know about sugar. Sugar is the gasoline of the body. You can't blink a freaking eyelash without it. Sugar is not the Antichrist. The problem with sugar is how much are you consuming, what type is it, but more importantly, most importantly, does your body have the raw materials necessary to use it? Because if it doesn't, even if you're consuming the perfect amount of sugar, you're going to have trouble. So when we clean up our diet, we stop taking unnecessary pharmaceuticals that are hurting us, and we nutrify the body appropriately, the body sorts the sugar stuff out all by itself because it can. You don't need to worry about that. You just need to worry about what am I doing to make myself healthy. And I do have one thing that I was thinking of right before I got on with you guys today. I've got like 300 plus hours. I mean, it's probably more than that if you add in all the Q&As that I have archived on my website. Got all this information on the website about what to do, right? But I think it's overwhelming for a lot of people. So what I'm going to do, what I'm planning to do, is put together a little mini course that walks people through the basics. Oh, you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and you want to put Big Pharma in the rear view. Fantastic. Here are the steps that you need to do. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. I'm going to put that little course together and I'm going to roll it out exclusively for the people that show up at my live event for you on the 29th.
Yeah, so now let me remind everybody. So Dr. Glidden has graciously offered to do a live event for just our community. So if you go to my website, Alex, will you show my website real quick first? Go to my website, tap on Dr. Glidden's button in the upper right-hand corner. That'll bring you to his website. You'll see the banner with my picture that Alex is showing you right there. Register for this event. It'll be on November 29th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. I think we've already got dozens and dozens of people, right, Doc?
Yeah, we've got 55 so far.
Okay, yeah. So let's bring some more people in. Spread the word out to your friends. You don't want to miss this. This is really important.
And when you register, you have to register because when you register, you will be automatically emailed the password necessary to get into the event. It's a free event. But you need a password to get in because we're not just going to let any Mo, Dick, or Harry into this one. This is only for Sam's people.
Mo, Dick, or Harry. All right.
Hey, Lisa, you got to start the Peter Glidden-ism list.
Yeah,
as well
exactly. Hey, Doc, Kissing Bandit and Lipstick said, how can you reset insulin resistance?
Well, insulin resistance is a physician-created disease. And it's a simple nutrient deficiency disease. And so you need mineral supplementation and you need omega-3 essential fatty acid supplementation. And sometimes you need extra chromium because chromium is a rate limiting factor in the ability of the cells of your body to suck up sugar the way that they need to. So we have the Healthy Foundation Pack, which gives everybody all the nutrients they need. And then we would do extra chromium and extra essential fatty acids. I'll tell you a story about this, right? Years ago, I was given a lecture somewhere, And a mother brought her two sons showed up at the lecture, and the kids were like 12 and 15, I think. They were both boys, and one of them was an insulin-dependent human being since the age of 3, right? And they came to my lecture, and they were fascinated by the information, and they got on board immediately. And he started taking the blood sugar optimization program, right? And within 2 weeks, he was able to reduce his insulin intake by 75%.
Well, Doc, that reminds me of when Samantha got her type 1. I started reading book after book, and I followed Dr. Robert Young's The pH Miracle.
Yeah.
And she went from 33 units of insulin a day down to 2.
You got to love it.
But
right?
Because it was so intensive, my ex-wife didn't want to continue to do it, so we stopped. And again, I should have taken other choices, made other choices, but I didn't. But the point is that it can be done.
It can be done, and it was the cherry on the top of this particular story is that young man went on to become a naturopathic doctor.
Excellent. Now, there's a lot of questions in the chat. So the way that you get to Dr. Glidden's website is you go to my website, samshalhoub.com. Upper right-hand corner, Dr. Glidden's button. Click on that. That'll take you to his website where you can fill out the form so you'll be part of our special event on November 29th. If you're looking for your supplements, the supplements that Doc is talking about, go to my website, click on the button that says get your supplements here. Now, if you have any questions that you're not sure what to get, you can always send me a message and I'll help you with that. But those are the 2 ways that you're going to get to those 2 events. Okay, one last question.
I'm really excited about it. The live events are always a lot of fun. People learn a lot. I learn a lot, and it's a really good way to build a community.
Yeah.
Well, and for those that aren't members of Dr. Glidden's site, once you sign up as a member and you unlock the content that's there, the health recovery protocols, just that page alone is worth the entire membership, because you can put in acne, colds, hyperthyroid, ringworm. I mean, it's all there. And when you click on it, it gives you a description of what's going on. And then at the bottom, it tells you exactly what you need to be taking. Like it's step by step. It's so easy. Everybody should have this. Everybody.
Yeah. Right. And the way you get that, you guys, is go to my website, click on Dr. Glidden's button. And then if you want to just go ahead and sign up for the membership, you can do it through there. Or if you want to just register for the live event, or if you want to do both, go to samshalhoub.com, click on Dr. Glidden's button in the upper right-hand corner, and it'll take you to where you need to be.
So the live Q&A that we're going to do for your community, I do for my subscribers twice a week. So, because people need to know how to do this. And I've always said it, man, because it's true, that if you're smart enough to pass the driver's license test, you're smart enough to learn what to do to make your body healthy, because it's not that hard. Surgery is complicated. I don't recommend you try to do that yourself. But learning what to do to help your body heal itself, it's really a lot easier than
Doc, a lot of people can't drive.
So real quick, Dr. Glidden, in preparation for that Q&A session, real quickly, I know in other Q&As you have kind of a set of questions. If you're coming to the live and you're wanting to ask Doc for help with something, your list of questions is usually when does it happen? What do you feel? What is that regimen?
Yeah, so the things that I need to know, and this is interesting, so medical doctors are trained to diagnose diseases of which they don't know what caused the disease, they don't know how to cure the disease, but they know how to name the disease, and that's what they're good at. Naturopathic doctors are trained to diagnose treatments. So there's a lot of things that everybody can do generically. For instance, if you have asthma, you have high blood pressure, you have type 2 diabetes, whatever it is you've got, there's generic stuff that everybody who has been given that diagnostic label, there's stuff that they should do. And 83% of the time, and that's all outlined on the website, on the page you were referencing, 83% of the time, the generic information fixes the problem. It's remarkable. The numbers are remarkable. But 17% of the time, the generic stuff doesn't save the day and you need extra help. So if you need extra help, the only thing you need to pay attention to is, what does my complaint feel like? Don't just tell me you have a headache. I need to know I've got a sharp pain in your right temple, right? Or a dull ache, or my head feels like it's being squeezed in a vice, right? What does the pain feel like, or the symptom feel like, number one? Number two, where do you feel it anatomically? Don't just tell me it's in your head. Where in your head? Is it above your right eye? Is it above your left eye? Is it on the top of your head? Is it in the back of your head? Where the hell is it? Number three, when do you feel it? You feel it all the time? You only feel it when you stand up? You only feel it when you go into cold air? When do you feel it? Number four, what makes it feel better? And number five, what makes it feel worse? And these are the data points that a good doctor needs in order to stimulate healing to help your system recover its health, because it can. And these are the things that nobody has been taught and that your medical doctor is completely clueless about, and more's the pity.
Right, right. All right, everybody. So we're going to let Doc go. He's got to get back to his tequila drinking and his tacos. I know you do. I know you do, Doc. Thank you so much for taking the time on your vacation to join us. It's just all of the thank yous in the chat. There's just no way I can read them all. But I just
It's always a pleasure, gentlemen. Keep the faith and don't let the bastards grind you down. I'll see you in a week.
Okay, Doc. Have fun. All right,
Don't
everybody.
let the bastards grind you down.
Exactly, exactly. So let's see. Oh yeah, 111,000 likes. You guys are awesome, just awesome. Before we get to dancing, I want to make some honorable mentions. Charlie, Traveler, Benji 1959, Towie Bixby, John Gwynn, Martini Time, June 2024, Wendy, David, Kathleen Garcia, Teresa Faria, Contractor, John Langlow, Kingsgirl 1974, SF Trash Panda, Pureblood Holly Johns, Teresa Ann, Sassy Minnesota Girl, Joe Lynn, Joy, and the list goes on. Thank you all for the gifts today. Thank you, thank you. All right, Alex, or actually, can you do it, Alex?
Turn off YouTube, Sam.
Oh, God, thank you, yes. All right, everybody over on X, YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook, we're signing off now because YouTube slaps my hand every time we dance on those platforms. So we'll see you all on Monday morning at 9 a.m. Have a great weekend.